Just go ahead and look at this cover art. It's pretty good. This is the cover art of Adam Cesare's Clown in a Cornfield, and it was created by Matt Ryan Tobin. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover and all, but come on. I'd be lying if I say I didn't partially pick this up because of Tobin's cover art. Also the title though, Clown in a Cornfield. That's a title that's right up my alley. You know, I first heard about this book while watching Adam Cesare's YouTube channel, so if you haven't checked it out, you should. It's pretty good. Clown in a Cornfield was released during the unfortunate year of 2020, so I'm surprised it's done as well as it has. I mean, since then, Cesare has even released 2 more in the series, and even a movie that's coming out pretty soon. And I hope to cover those here soon, but before that, I want to discuss the first one in a little more detail. Quick word of warning though, I'll be spoiling some of the plot points and the ending of the story in this review. Honestly, it's more fun for me to discuss the whole story, but if you haven't finished it, you should hop out of the video now. Otherwise, let's take a look at Adam Cesare's Clown in a Cornfield. With a name like Clown in a Cornfield, you kind of know what to expect from this story. At least you get the vibe anyways. The story follows a girl named Quinn Maybrook who just moved with her dad, Glenn, to a small fictional Missouri town of Kettle Springs, following the death of her mother. They're looking for a fresh start, something the exact opposite of their life back in the busy city of Philadelphia. Quinn's a senior in high school and she isn't too excited about moving into the middle of nowhere. She knows with her mother gone that her dad needs it though. In Kettle Springs, he's taken up the recently vacant medical practice. Quinn's plan to get through the rest of the year is to keep her head down, stay to herself, and pretty much remain inconspicuous. Her plan is ruined on the first day, though, when she's kicked out of class by her science teacher for laughing at some joke some kids were playing on him. In the detention, she meets the group of the rest of the students that were sent out, and this includes a boy named Cole Hill, the son of the town's richest member. His dad, Arthur Hill, owns the Bay Pen Company, which grows corn in the area, hence the cornfield, and they make corn syrup, which is sold across the country. Basically, it supplies the town people with the much-needed jobs and income. Essentially, Bay Pen has kept the town alive. It's one of those stories. Quinn learns that the group of kids in this detention with her have a YouTube channel that focuses mainly on pranks. She doesn't know it yet, but these pranks have gotten out of hand a bunch of times, and on many of those times, people have been hurt. The adults of Kettle Springs are tired of the way the younger generation is acting. So much so that Cole's father has stopped investing in the town following the death of his daughter. As a result, the cornfields go unharvested and the people suffer. The younger generation, for their part, feel oppressed. They feel like they can't be who they are, instead they are forced to live how the adults want, which causes further tensions. See, they can't feel like who they really are. They're forced to live the way that the older people want them to live, which causes further tensions. Quinn and her father attend the Founders Day celebration, despite being banned from the event by her teacher, Janet. Or at least I think it was Janet. I can't really remember all the characters exactly. Most of them are kind of pointless. And then the rest of her friends decide that Founders Day celebration is a perfect opportunity to plan an elaborate prank that they can film. They set off fireworks along the parade route where most of the floats are driving by, which causes just complete chaos and a few injuries. After this, the adults attend a town hall and resolve to solve the problem of the Kettle Springs youth. To celebrate Founders Day in their own way, the teenagers of Kettle Springs plan this large party that's going to be at night out in the cornfield inside some old barn. Quinn is invited and she attends the party with Cole, who she kind of has a crush on. Tons of teenagers attend the party as well. Everybody's pretty much drinking and dancing, the kind of things you'd expect. Things are going well until partygoers are attacked by a person in a friendo costume, and I haven't mentioned him yet, but he's essentially the mascot of this entire thing. He's the brand mascot for the Bay Pen Company. I mean, he's all over the city and all over the barns and stuff that Quinn has been seeing. Well, anyways, Friendo begins violently killing guests en masse, and all-out chaos erupts. People are being shot by arrows left and right. Yeah, some of the kids manage to run away in time, out into the corn, while others just aren't so fortunate. Many of the teenagers manage to barricade themselves into the big barn, away from the rampaging Friendo. The clown chains the barn door closed from the outside, though, and sets the place on fire. People scream and the flames grow, and a lot of the people are burned alive, and it's getting pretty graphic, and I remind you, this is like a YA novel. As the killing continues, it's revealed that there are more than one Friendo killer out in the corn. Quinn and her friends meet up with a boy named Rustin Vance, who Quinn actually met earlier in the story. I just didn't mention him because he doesn't appear until now. He's a farmer boy who brought guns to a party, because why not? I guess it worked, though. They try to fight back against the Friendos, killing a few of them as they flee. Towards the end of the story, we get our big reveal. We learn who's under the friendo masks, and spoiler warning, it's the town's adults. Not a huge reveal here, as Cesare basically told us earlier, but this is a young adult novel, so I guess it's okay. The fact that adults are literally attacking children is Clown on a Cornfield wearing its themes on its sleeve. The story being told here is about family and the growing gap between generations and the values that they hold dear, at least in my opinion. Many of the adults at Kettle Springs are trying to cling to the way things were, no matter how unrealistic it is in a changing world. They don't know how to coexist in a world with the younger generation and the increasing prevalence of social media and technology. The younger people in this story are not entirely without fault either. I guess to me, many of them are a cautionary tale of what happens when you let social media become too large a part of our life. They struggle to connect with the older people in their community and make them feel welcome in this new technologically driven world. Essentially, I read Clown in a Cornfield as a story of a community that can't come together and help each other. Instead, various groups try to bend the others to their will, and that in this story has major consequences. And not to get too political here, I think it's not unreasonable to think that Cesare is making a political statement in this story. People in the States would recognize a lot of what they see in Clown in a Cornfield. I think people are expected to choose sides politically no matter what. You're either with us or you're against us. It's the rule of the land. We see in this story, though, that things aren't always so black and white. Rustin, for example. He may be a farmer from a small town who likes guns and brings them to a party for some reason, but it's also revealed that he's gay, and he loves Cole, who's also gay. Readers of this story have to confront potential biases that they may have at moments, and that's impressive for a story that's about killer clowns rampaging in a cornfield. Adam Cesare's Clown in a Cornfield is a fast-paced slasher with an interesting story to tell. It was thrilling enough to keep me engaged the whole way through, and deep enough to make me question my relationship with even my own family members. As such, I think Clown in a Cornfield is a solid A-tier story. As I was reading this story, and this is unrelated, I couldn't help but think about Kirsten White's Hide, which I've looked at before on this channel. You can check it out. Her story would make a great companion book or read along with this book. It's just a thought, though. Anyways, thank you all for listening to my rant. I'll see you all in the next video.